guys. This is Meeka from Single to Mrs. I decided to go live this evening, guys. I have a little quiet time and I'm sitting here, but I have some messages for you all. So I want someone to come on here and talk to me so I can bless you. Guys, this has been such a wonderful journey. This has been such a blessing for me. It took me so many years just to even get to this point where I was able to use my gifts. And I always ask God, I was like, God, what am I going to do? How am I going to reach people in the world? How am I going to reach people in the nation? If, if I'm at home, if I'm in my little circle. So, guys, God just was like, we're going to reach it somehow. And this is how I started. I just, you know, got on YouTube one day, made my first video, Who I Am, which is what it's titled. And guys, and every day I just get on here and I do God's will. And I'm so excited about it. I just pray that you all continue to tune into me and, get blessed, guys. Talk to me. Like my channel, subscribe to my channel, comment on my channel. I always respond back to anybody who always, comments on my channel or whatever it might be. So many wonderful blessings have already hit people since before even 2026. And I'm so excited about that. I had one of my close family members, I've been talking to her for years about, having a boyfriend for Christmas. And she got a boyfriend for Christmas. And I was talking to her one morning. I woke up and I said, this year, you already got the boyfriend. You need to talk to God about a husband. And I swear, guys, not even a day or two after me and her talked about it, she got engaged. And it's just been so many wonderful things just coming through because God loves you. He loves us all and He wants nothing but good things. And yes, bad things happen, guys. But remember, that's not always God's doing. God has to, teach us lessons. He has to, speak to us. And I would love for y'all to, like I said, just to talk to me. I want, at least one fan on here. I just want at least one, like, just somebody to say, I see Miss Meeka on live, and she cares about us. She is genuine. And I am. I'm very genuine about the people that I talk to, guys, and the messages that I deliver because I've been there. And days can be hard. Life can be hard. Life is not always easy. It can be really frustrating sometimes. And it's just, you just never know what you're going to encounter in life. You just never know what God is going to do for you and for your life and for your family. Hi, guys. I see you all getting on there. Like I said, this is my first time on live ever on any kind of platform. So I'm going to be honest, I'm a little nervous, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it for you all. Like I said, I am a child of God and I'm a strong believer. It didn't just come overnight. When I first learned about my gifts, I was 18 years old. You know, trying to be a young mom, trying to learn, trying to grow. And I just kept praying. I just kept asking God to, guide me, lead me, God, just tell me, just I want to learn more about you. And that's what I started doing. I just started paying attention. It's hard being an 18-year-old mama and trying to work and stuff, guys, and try to balance life, but I did it. And I'm 43 years old now. I have come a long way. And that's why my YouTube channel is called Mika as Single to Mrs. Because, like I said, I was a single mama. I'm married now. I have more children at my age. My youngest, I was told that, I would have so many complications. That's what the doctor told me. You'll never have any more children. You'll have a lot of complications because you're an older mama. God proved all of that wrong. All of that wrong. Because I have a 1-year old, guys. My oldest is she's 25 years old. My baby, he's 1 years old. So I've come a long, long, long way, guys. Like, I'm not even joking. It's been a long, long way. Kings 3967. Hi, you doing? Gianna. Hello, hello. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. Like I said, I don't know. I'm just shouting out people, throwing names out there. I appreciate y'all for getting on my live. Just chat with me. Talk to me a little bit. Let me know how your day went. Guys, I'm a genuine person. I'm a genuine helper. I have always been, my heart has always, I've always had a good heart. I've always loved people. No, I wasn't always the friendliest, but, I genuinely love people. And, I worked in the hospital for years. And I think working in the hospital really taught me to really genuinely care and love people because like I said, I used to deliver babies, and before I delivered babies, I used to take care of older people. I was a CNA. I did home health, and that really taught me a lot, guys. So I've seen them going out and I've seen them coming into the world, guys. And that's such a beautiful blessing. That is such a beautiful blessing to be able to experience that. And it's just so grateful. I'm just so grateful for that. I'm so gracious for that. Just the people I have encountered, the stories I have been, told, the stories I'm able to share with you all. That is that's like a once in a lifetime thing. Guys, I'm still, young. I know I still have a lot of life to live. But a lot of things that I've been through in my lifetime, I see myself as a seasoned woman. So a lot of the things that I have been through, you know, I went through them at a young age. And now I'm able to talk to them. I'm able to walk you all through it. My gift of discernment, like I said, I found out that at 18 years old. And I'm actually going to do a video of that on my YouTube channel, to explain how I came into my gifts, how God gave me my gifts, how I knew about my gifts. And, it's a very like woo story, but, everybody don't know, what, how things can turn out and what you can go through and the trials and tribulations. Like I said, but I've just been through so much, and I'm grateful for it. Don't y'all leave me. Y'all hang in there with me. Just let me chit chat for a minute before y'all decide to go. But I want more people to come on, and I welcome you onto my channel. I want you to chat with me. I want you to talk with me. My husband always like, you need to get on live. You need to get on live. Well, I'm on live now, and I got 3 people look like on here with me. But don't y'all leave me. Tell more people to watch me so I can talk. All right now. Hello, Mary. All right, Aguilar. All right. Hello. Hello. Welcome. And I do apologize, guys. I do not let like messing up people's names because I have a big pet peeve about that myself, especially when people misspell my name or stuff like that, because, God gave me my name, and, you know, you don't want nobody messing that up. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome aboard, you guys. I was just telling everybody else, for the ones that just got on there, just a little bit about my gift, a little bit about my discernment. Like I said, I am going to do a video on that. I'm going to actually share with you all my earth angel. And I'm going to tell y'all now, the ones that are already on here with me. Her name was Melissa. And it's funny, and I'll give you a little bit about Melissa. So when I first met Melissa, right? Yes, I do have kids, Mary. I have 3 children. I have a girl and 2 boys. Thank God for that. Hello, hello. Aw, thank you. I'm trying, True Blue. I'm trying. I'm trying to go live without being a little shy. I like to get on there and love to talk to you all, but I just didn't know if I was ready, but I'm ready now. I feel safe. I'm happy. I'm blessed. And like I said, I just want to share my gift. I want to share my journey with the world. Merry Christmas to you too, Mary. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To all the ones that, I didn't get to talk to on Christmas, Merry Christmas. Guys, if I feel a lot more confident in doing this right now, I definitely will do something for the new year. I want to bring y'all into my American Nigerian household, and let y'all just see and experience a little bit of that, because I don't go out anymore. I'm past that. So everything we do here in the house with our kids. You know, I don't live near my family anymore, so it's kind of hard to actually get out. It's kind of hard to do anything. But we just hang in here. And we do our own thing. So I would love for y'all to join me. Speaking of my American Nigerian household, if y'all go back and look at my video at Meeka Single to Mrs., it's so funny because it took me, guys, almost 3 years to learn how to prepare a Nigerian dish. I'm gonna tell you, I was so nervous about that. And let me tell you, and it's not because I wasn't paying attention. It's because you have to get their seasonings just right, because it's a lot of different seasons that we don't even have, over here. How can I make a live? Just go on and click on YouTube. Somebody asked me, how can you make a live? You just get on there and you just click live and you just start talking. That's how I learned how to do it. You're right, True Blue. The ingredients is just the detail behind the dishes, the Nigerian dishes. And not being a Nigerian myself, but my husband is, I was just scared to mess it up. I was like, I don't want him to, try my dish and it's all messed up and somebody be talking about me. So but I just kept trying, and I got it. And my husband is very honest, guys. Nigerian men are very straightforward. So when I prepare something, whether it's American or Nigerian dish, I always ask, how does it taste? And when he says excellent, I know for sure I got it going on. And I'm telling you, I be jumping up and down. How can I make a YouTube channel without a computer? Mary, just use your phone and just use your phone and it'll give you like step by step directions on there on how to do that. Can you follow me if I really want to make it live? Okay, Oakley Embry. Okay, Oakley Embry 2179. Can you follow me, please? I really want to make it live. All right. No problem. I'm gonna check out your channel. Don't you worry. Let me screenshot this. I don't like getting people stuff, guys. I I know it's kind of hard sometimes when you're trying to grow, you're trying to prosper. You're trying to grow, you're trying to prosper, and you just don't know what direction. I'm not a computer tech at all, guys. Thank God for my husband who helped me. I know the basics of the computer, but I'm not all into like modern technology like that. So it's kind of hard sometimes, but you'll get it. You got it. The only thing I tell you is about just pray about it and then go for it, guys. You can do anything that you set your mind to. That's what I was always told as a little girl. You can do anything that you set your mind to, and I am determined to grow, to prosper. And I want this so bad, guys. And it's not one, and I'm gonna be honest about it. When I started this channel, it was not because I wanted this channel to for money or anything. I wanted because I wanted to get God's messages out, guys. I have so many messages that I hold in each and every day. And like I said, I have, and it's like God is like, if you see somebody out, you got to talk. And most of the time, I talk to people in the grocery store, I talk to people at the doctor's office, like wherever I happen to go. I have messages for people. I could be at the gas pump and I'm like, hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. But I got a message for you because I was told, you don't want to keep God's messages inside. If He tells you to do something, you better do it, because I never want God to take my gifts away from me, because it is so special. It is such a blessing. And if I can bless other people, I'm not a selfish person at all, guys. I'm very loving. I'm very considerate. Like I said, I'm very helpful. I'm very kind. Years ago, I went through it. I had my own little battles, dealing with different people in my life. And now I'm married. And my husband has really, helped me so much, guys. I'm so more understanding. I'm such a better listener and stuff like that. And I appreciate that. And I've always cared for people. Like I said, I've been in the hospital working. I was a CNA. And like I said, when you are at somebody's bedside that needs your help, it really changes you because you never know what that person is going through. And my granny always taught me you treat people how you want to be treated, and that's guaranteed because I never want anybody to treat me bad. I don't want anybody to treat my children bad. Come on, y'all, get on my live, chat with me, chat with me. I think my people have left me. What happened? Where did y'all go? Okay. I'm going to stay on there. I'm going to hang on here for a little bit longer because my people, some of my people just stopped talking to me and I don't know why. But anyway, I know people have dinner to cook. I know people are ready for bed. I don't even, I know people are from all over the world. So I'm not judging nobody. I just want somebody to talk to. Like I said, I love the chit chat. And like I said, this is my first live. So I'm learning, I'm growing, and just going from there. And I know somebody will get on here and talk to me sooner or later. Hey guys, I'm going on 16 minutes here. I am very proud of myself. I didn't even know this thing had a timer on it, but it does. So I've been on for 16 minutes and 15 seconds. So I think I'm doing good. I know I was told before, just get on there for 10 minutes. No, I'm going to stay on here because I have a lot to say. It's somebody out there that's just sitting, that's been just watching and like don't know how to ask me something. But I'm gonna tell you, whatever you ask me, I am gonna be 100% real with you. And I tell people all the time, whatever message you receive, don't you get upset later because this is a message from God. This ain't a message from me. So, if you need to even tap somebody and say, hey, Meeka at Singleton Mrs. is live right now. And, we were talking about her the other day, and I need to chat with her. Tell them to come on now. I'm on. And I'm on a roll. I feel I'm just talking. I'm just chatting. I'm waiting because somebody really wants to talk about some things. And I feel it. And it's okay. I'm going to sit right here. I'm going to hold on. I'm gonna be on here. I'm gonna give y'all until like another 5 minutes, and then I'll let go. And like I said, I'll be back, but I'm gonna hold on. Hi, I love Jesus. I know that's right. Hi, how do you? Blessings to you. Welcome to my live. I'm just chit chatting. How are you? I'm doing good. How are you today? How was your day? Blessings. Tell me how your day was. Guys, there's people on here that want to talk. There's people on here that going through things. Good. I'm glad that you're doing good. I'm so happy to hear that. Because, sometimes, guys, people are not good. People are really, struggling. People are, and then every every once in a while you get somebody be like, man, I'm not feeling this or whatever. But I just like that you go at I love Jesus. I know that's right. Mm. Because everybody's not so straightforward. People don't like to talk about God. People don't like to talk about Jesus, but I do because I'm telling you, if it wasn't for God, y'all, if it wasn't for Jesus, I don't know where I would be. I'm telling you, He has pulled me out of so many situations. Like being nice and I see people tonight. A lot of people are joining with the thoughts of them. Okay, yes, I like being nice too. I'm a good person. My heart is good. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. I love Jesus at Meeka at Singleton Mrs. Amen to that too. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I'm on there every day. I make a video every day. About, I give messages. I talk about God. Okay, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. If you know anybody else that love Jesus and love God as much as we do, make sure that they subscribe to my channel because that is so important. I have the gift of discernment, by the way. I don't know if you know that, but if you go back to my first video, I talk about who I am, and how far I've come. And my heart is good. I'm original. And I just want to, like I said, I just want to grow and prosper. I want to help people. I'm a very kind person. I don't like drama. Yes, I do have kids. I have 3 children. I have a girl and 2 boys. Yes, do you have any kids? I see you on here chatting with me, so I guess me and you gonna chat. Yes. My daughter, she is my oldest and she is my joy. My middle child, he is my peace. And my youngest baby, he is my calm. Yes, and I'm very grateful for that because I had her at a young age. Okay, it's all right. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's all right. Well, welcome to my channel. It's okay. I don't talk about anything inappropriate, so you're more than welcome to be on my channel. Like I said, we talk about God here. And if more people talked about God, we'd be in better situations. We'd be in better situations. We'd be in better predicaments. Okay, it's okay. Tween, teenager, you're almost there. You're in a good predicament. And you know why you're in a good predicament, I love Jesus? Because you have time to just continue to grow. You have time to experience life. But don't let life take advantage of you, okay? Just remember that. And make sure that you always have a strong mind. I always told my daughter that when she was going to school. I always told her, I said, always use your words. Your words are more powerful than anything that you could ever do. Use your words. Hi, True Blue. Yes, True Blue. I did. I definitely went through isolation before I was married. I just worked all the time. That's all I did. And it was and like I said, and then one day here came my sorry about that. And then one day, like I said, I lived in a little one bedroom apartment and I just worked all the time. Like I said, I worked in the hospital, so I did night shift. And then one day, my aunt is the one who told me, she was like, girl, you ain't gonna never find a husband because all you do is work. And I was like, what? and and then I was like, okay, so, I was like, I'm gonna go old school. I was like, let me just get on. I told her, let me do old school and just let me meet somebody going out. She was like, you're not because you work all the time. So I ended up meeting my husband online, to be honest. And we've been married, it'll be 8 years in January. I love Jesus. My oldest, she's 25. My middle, he's 7. And my baby is 1. Yeah, it's okay. I'm losing my people again. Okay, they're bouncing on and off. But it's okay. It's okay if it's just me and you. We can sit on here. Look, I said another 5 minutes, but since you're on here, I'm like, it's all good. Yeah, so the reason my kids are spaced out is because, like I said, I had my daughter at 18. I graduated. I had graduated and I started working in childcare. And, it just took me a long time, because I was a young mom to have more children. And, and then I finally found the person that I'm married to now, which is my husband. And then we have our 7-year old and then we have our 1-year old. Yes. Thank God for that. I tell you. Yeah. So what grade are you in? I love Jesus. I'm actually, let me see. I'm at 6 o'clock p.m. where I'm at. And I think we lost everybody again. Oh, cool. Okay. I like that. I have a nephew and he's in 6 and I have godchildren and they're in 6 too. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so we about on this yeah, we on the same time. Yeah, there we go. Well, that's cool. So at least I'm not across the world. We're somewhere close to each other. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yes, I like I said, well, I pray that, you have a good evening. Make sure that you always say your prayers before you go to bed. I love Jesus, okay? Because that's so important. And when you get up in the morning, always say your prayers. Okay, I've been to Texas. I've been to Houston, actually once. So that is awesome. That's amazing. Yeah, Houston was a pretty cool place. I went there to visit a cousin of mine for Thanksgiving, and that was fun. We toured around a lot and hung out, and the weather is definitely different there because we came like when it was like cold season, but I mean, man, we were coming out of them coats like crazy. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, your aunt lives there. Okay. I like the food over there. I'm a big foodie. I definitely love food. So, yeah, the food over there is really good. And like I said, I'm from an American Nigerian household. So, we definitely enjoyed the Nigerian food over there. That was good. All right. Of Virginia. Yes, I am originally from Virginia. That's where all my family is at. All right, guys. Well, I'm 26 minutes in, and it's just me and I love Jesus. And so I'm going to get off here, but I appreciate y'all. If the next time y'all see me on here, make sure that you tune in. And God bless you all. I love you all. And I will talk to you later. I'm going to get off. All right. Bye. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.